Is there sound now? Can you hear me? Good people of the world, can you hear me? I'm showing I'm showing some sound finally on my equalizer, but let me know. Still nothing? I'm getting a yes now. I'm getting several yeses. Okay, thank you, Alpha. Okay, Pierre. Let me know about the levels because yeah, let me know if it's a little too loud, too low. It looks really loud on my equalizer, but maybe it's not. So it was probably a good idea to look at the equalizer. All good, says Alpha Timber Wolf here. Thank you. Okay, so thank you for bearing with our silent intro. No, I was saying sorry for cutting into the WrestleMania time, and hello to everybody who has decided to join us. Sorry, Crypto, and our good friend Ramy. I know I didn't think that I was going up against Vince McMahon tonight, and I am going to crush him. Thank you, Joel. I'm going to crush Vince McMahon like he did the WCW, bringing your gain down. You want? Are you saying to bring it down? I can bring it down or bring it back up. Probably should have made sure this was working beforehand. I thought it was, but let me know, Alec Mulder. Just to clarify, are you saying bring it down or? Oops. Working on the audio during the stream is all good. Okay. Hold on here 1 second because okay, we'll see if that works for now. Okay, guys. So what I was thinking was that we could have you guys suggest some ROMs. Maybe you're curious. You haven't pulled the trigger yet on the Atari 400 Mini because you weren't sure what was compatible and what wasn't. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for you guys to make some recommendations and we'll test them out here. For those of you that aren't familiar with the 400 Mini, we have it up on the screen now. This is what the menu looks like. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's simple to look at, simple to understand. I was able to understand it, so if I can, most anybody can. I'm not using the stock controller for this stream. For anybody that's curious, I'm using my Logitech. I forget what this thing is, but I've had it forever now. I just find it a little bit more comfortable for some of these games. But if there is a ROM that you guys are, questioning or want to know, Into the Eagle's Nest is always one I recommend. I don't think I've downloaded that one. So it comes with, the ROMs that are on the screen now, and when you plug in your USB device, it pops up under the M's, which is weird, under Media Access. So I was looking under you and stuff initially. I was testing out some other stuff before we went live. And let me see. Into the Eagle's Nest was the first recommendation here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we can load that up and give that a try first. Do you know, Jeremiah, is that a 400 game, 800? Because one cool thing you can do is by hitting the select button on this controller is you can change the Atari model here. So we could run it in 400 mode, 800 mode, 800 XL, 130 XE, 5200. You can enable basic. A lot of cool stuff here. You can. I'm interested in the paddle controls. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but that's kind of a neat option there. I don't know if I can get some aftermarket paddles and run paddle games. It's a 400 game. Okay, thank you, Alpha. And then you can map the controls. But the cool thing with mapping the controls is that you can map them not only to a joystick like this, but you can also, and here you can see it actually recognizes this Logitech um, um, controller and shows it on the screen, which is really neat. Um, but you can reconfigure all the controls here for different joystick functions, and then you can also switch and have it do different keyboard functions as well. Oops, I accidentally. What did I do? I hit the wrong button in what I did. So we're at joystick down. Nope, I set that to nothing. Okay, hold on. So let's move this down here. We want that joystick down. It's hard to do with this. If I had the other stick, I could show you the how to map the keyboard controls. Hey, Pac-Man Music Man, awesome name. Okay, so you said 400, so let's run it in 400 mode. And let's see if it works in 400 mode. We got Into the Eagle's Nest. Oh, this is awesome. This looks like a... well, now that looks garbled, though. Is that supposed to look like that? There ain't... well, everything else looks fine, so maybe that... it looks like it should have been the title. So we can select our mission here. This was recommended by Jeremiah Thomas, and there... see, there it crashed back to the menu, so let's try to run it in 800 mode here. So we'll go back into our panel. We'll choose 800 and then run it. So again, that's the cool thing, but running these ROMs, if you're not sure, and again, it looks kind of garbled here, that I don't think that can't be right? Mission 1, rescue the prisoner, and then it crashed back to the main screen here. So somebody said it was a Blue Box XEGS game, which, let's see here. We could run it in XL mode. I have a lot of success with 130XE, so we can try that. Okay. Oops. That was my fault. I accidentally backed it out. Okay. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. Thank you, Jeremiah. Okay. I should have listened to Jeremiah from the start, as usual. Okay. Okay. You are on the ground floor. You have found a door key. So it looks like I have a lot of enemies surrounding me. Okay. Wow, this is like Gauntlet with guns, ain't it? Holy moly, this was a good recommendation. This is like exactly like Gauntlet. This door is locked. Wow, cool recommendation. This game is really not what I was expecting at all. When you said Into the Eagle's Nest, I was thinking this was going to be a like a flight game similar to other games on the computer here. So incredible choice. This, I would have loved this back in the day. Ammo to the left. Okay. You have found ammo. Any more ammo would be wasted. So, if you pick up too much ammo, it just disappears. Is that? And this is the cool thing, for me at least, with the 400 Mini, and probably some of you too, is that I've never experienced any of these games before. So, all this is new stuff to me. Is this just background stuff? I guess so, and I assume that's a wall. Where are these guys spawning from? You are dead. Oh, I didn't realize I was getting hurt that whole time. Well done. You are a real hero for dying right away. We're not going to put in my pro gamer initial. Let's try that again. And while we're trying this, if anybody else has a ROM they want us to test out next, I mean, put them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll pick some at random and test them. But I really want your guys' suggestions here as to what we should try and what we should be attempting to play. So, okay. So I take it I was just getting too close to the enemy. So you probably want to back up. Okay, so we can pick up one ammo at a time. So I take it your life is the hits, right? Very cool game. Wow. Good, this door is locked. Good suggestion here, guys. So I think if I remember right, I died at 50 hits last time, so stab something, kill something. Oh, hold on there, killer. We're killing. Can you stab in this game? And I died again. Wow, incredibly difficult game. Really fun here. This is something I'll definitely look into more in the future. So what was confusing to me, and when I bought the 400 mini, and again, maybe it's just a me thing. I don't know. Maybe you guys can clarify for me. So is the XEGS, is that basically 130XE? Because I know 130XE was a a pretty desirable computer back in the day. But I don't know if it's the same as the XEGS. So did I just increase the difficulty? Because this looks... Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Because this just looks the same as the last mission. This door is locked. Okay, now if I remember, there's a key over here. So we're trying out, our first game that we're trying here, we have the pendant, okay, is Into the Eagle's Nest, a recommendation from, who was that? Jeremiah Thomas. So, and thank you so much for that, Jeremiah. Again, anybody that's coming in, if there's any games you want to see ran, then let it be known. And we'll test them out. Otherwise, I'll test a bunch of random ROMs. I have a couple loaded up. If I don't have them loaded up, I'll go online and download them for you guys. It's weird that the enemies are respawning behind my back, it looks like. So what is this stuff? It says 1. Can I do anything with it? I guess not. We'll get another pendant. You have found a pendant. Well, that I definitely have. Take care of this soldier. So again, this is Into the Eagle's Nest, a game that I would have loved back in the day. It looks like and feels like Gauntlet, except in like maybe World War 2 or 1 or something. Almost like Castle Wolfenstein, like the original. Not the 3D FPS that we all know and love. Very neat game, though. I like how they line up, like, to get killed by me. Like, oh, it's my turn to die. No, you died last time. I want to die. Okay, so we got, what is this? You have shot ammo. Well, I probably shouldn't do that. If I had to guess. I like that it just said you shot ammo. Okay. I think there's something I'm missing. Or I just got to walk through the ammo to get the pendant. I don't want to waste the ammo, though, because these enemies respawn. Let's see what's up here. Now that looks like food. So I think we want that. Okay. You have found some cold food. You have found a door key. Okay. Very cool game. Very cool game. I'm digging this. Jeremiah says this is one of those Atari games which competed directly against their 7800 games. Yeah, I see all these games, whether it was on the XEGS or what have you, probably not the 2600 Junior, but they needed one dedicated console. They needed to stop competing against themselves. Now, I could understand having the computer line and the console line. That makes sense. But having the XEGS, the XE game console, and this and the 7800 and stuff just didn't make a whole lot of sense, if you ask me. Out of ammo, you are dead. Very cool game, Jeremiah. That was a good recommendation. I definitely want to play that more. I do want to test as much as we can, unless doesn't seem to be much more recommendation in the chat right now, so maybe I'll pull up one here that I have downloaded. So I've downloaded quite a few. Some of these I have tried, some of these I have not tried. Some of them aren't what I thought they were. So let me see here. For example, I downloaded Astro Blaster because I thought that was a port of the arcade game, and it turns out that it very much isn't. It is actually a sort of pinball game. So I'll just play it real fast. I don't want to. Definitely not what I thought it was, though. So I was expecting something similar to what Rob DeCrescenzo put onto the 7800, and this is not that. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with this from back in the day. I found it very confusing. But yeah. So, oops, I didn't mean to go over to Millipede, although that's a great game too. So I also wanted to try a couple different formats. Here, this Beyond Castle Wolfenstein. If you see, it's a how many different versions of Choplifter do you have? Physically or on this thing? Because on here, I think I just have one, right? I just have one version of Choplifter. I don't know which version it is, but that's all I have on here right now. If there's multiple, we can try multiple. The Castle Wolfenstein are disc-based games, I guess, and where the rest of these are like ROM files. It's very weird how this Atari computer stuff works in my eyes. David's Midnight Magic for pinball. Yeah, we could do. I think I did download Midnight Magic, Jeremiah. Let me see here. Is it under? Yeah, there it is. David's Midnight Magic. So let's. Well, there it is. Now, there was an XZ version of this, right? Jeremiah, if you know, because this is not like when I thought of Midnight Magic, and especially the version I was jealous of was the incredible looking one that was a step up from the 2600 version, and this can't be it, right? Also, for whatever reason, I don't seem to have the ability to launch the ball. So, like, I can't pull the plunger back enough or something? I don't understand. Very weird. Very, very weird. But there is another version of Midnight Magic, right? Or is that... Or does it run in different modes? That was in 800. No, that seems to be the mode. But yeah. Very weird. I can't get it to launch properly. I'll have to mess with the controls some more. It must be looking for keyboard inputs or something. But there is a better one, if I'm not mistaken. There, I did want to mess with Desert Falcon. That being a 7800 game that I'm familiar with, I thought that would be a fun one to look at. Shoot, I don't think I have it in the correct mode here. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know what version I downloaded there. I'll get online and we'll take a look and see if we can't find the correct version. Okay, so here's Desert Falcon for press any key to start the game. I don't see any key. Let me see. I might have to do some different key binds here. There is a way I know to bring up the on-screen. Nope, that wasn't it. Let me see here. So we need any key. So let's go over to map controls. Joystick up, joystick down, joystick left, joystick right. We want the fire button there. That's the start key. Right, so how choose joystick action for top. Okay, so we can change that one. So we want... Nope, we want to go back. How do we go back? Okay. And then we want key start, key select. No, because that takes us backwards. See, there's something not... Joystick fire, joystick fire. I might have to get out the, yeah, what's going on with, yeah, the joys of emulation. It should be in color, exactly. I might have to get out the regular joystick here for a second. So for those that don't know, I believe this is the joystick that comes with it. You would think it's just a standard, or no, this is the one for the 7800 or the 2600 plus. Yeah, it is. It's crazy, and the games feel. The one thing I can say is the games have a very different feel from normal, not normal, I shouldn't say normal, from the Atari stuff that I'm used to. If only I could remember where I stuffed this. Because we need to put in a any key. Let me see here. That skips, that deletes. So that's clear. See, this is what, this is, that skip. But what should be doing the keyboard is not for me. Which I'm finding very weird. See here. Drew won, then CM Punk made him lose. I was mad. Drew won. Is that I'm not familiar too much. I'm not up on my wrestling stuff. So you'll have to remind me. Is that Drew McIntyre? I believe. See, I know some stuff. Yeah, there you go, Jeremiah. Should I say it the way Karateka versus 8-bit versus 7800? I agree. I think that would be a fun video. That's one here. Let's check that out because that's one I know I got working beforehand here. And thank you so much, Jeremiah, for the $5. They're incredible. Thank you so much. Not necessary, but very much appreciated. I understand that this is my fault. I very much appreciate that. Incredibly generous of you. Speaking of which, let's look at this. This I have tested. I have done some testing. Now, if I'm mistaken, and a few of you, Alpha Timberwolf and everybody who's familiar with the computers, you do need a keyboard for this game to work properly, right? To enter fight mode. Absolutely. Oh, let me see. I could give a heart to Jeremiah. Absolutely. Thumbs up. Heart. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. Incredibly thoughtful. High atop a craggy cliff. So, I think this is probably why the 7800 version of this game was so disappointing. Because once you see how good this is, yeah. Once you see how good this is, it's just shameful. Now, graphically, again, I don't know if there's some things that are off graphically, and if there is, I apologize. I haven't gotten things set up perfectly yet. And like a dummy, I didn't leave the original controller handy, it would appear. But the controls are much more responsive. Number one, which I'm impressed with. Mind you, they're not like perfect, but I could actually control my guy here. Okay, so Chris Walker says Apple II version didn't use a keyboard with the stick to play. That's what I was curious about. And look at Akuma. Look at Akuma. He looks cool. He looks like somebody who is intimidating that you want to take down. Because in the 7800 version, Akuma looked like everybody else. Like he might as well have been a henchman, you know? But here he has his bird on his shoulder. You got the cinematic cutscenes of the guys coming at you. I don't know how to leave combat mode. That's my one thing. And maybe that's not something you do with the joystick. I don't know. Like, I want to leave combat mode and move faster to my opponent. Fully knowing that I could get knocked out. Is it slow? It is. Okay, so it is a slower game. But it is so much better than the 7800 version. Like, I can't properly express. Lower left corner to set for combat if memory serves. Lower left corner. Okay. Raimi giving us our WrestleMania update. As Crypto also pointed out, I am interrupting WrestleMania, and I apologize. Obviously, if you can watch both, please do so. If you can't, go ahead and watch WrestleMania. This video will be up on YouTube if you don't have anything you want to see tested. Let me try some punches here. Kicks definitely seem to be the way to go. LA Knight versus AJ Styles was really good. LA Knight won, yeah. There, a person I work with at my place of work is a huge LA Knight fan, so I'm sure she was happy about that. She went to an event recently. She had a LA Knight sign. She showed us the sign she made. Grown woman, mind you, but she loves LA Knight. I guess she talked to her husband, and that's her pass, if you will. So again, I can't leave combat mode. That I can tell. I don't know. I don't know everything yet, and I tried to look up a manual for this game because there has to be like a manual that came with the disc. Did this come out as like a multi-disc? Like if you bought one version, it came with like the Apple, Commodore, and Atari version, or did you have to specifically buy each version? Yeah, if WrestleMania is live now, like I said, if you can watch both, please do so. If you can't, I understand. Upper right corner to run. Okay. Up. Okay. Hold on. Upper right corner to run. Is this 5200? No, this is Atari 130XE version gameplay. So it's Atari computer. It's running on the 400 mini. Okay, but you have to start from the standing position. So give me a second here. Upper right corner to run on the joystick. Oh, Hugo went to WrestleMania 21. How cool is that? That was back during Rockin' Austin, right? Or, yeah, that would have been during that era, I think. So that would have been very cool to go to. But I'll try that, Chris Walker. On the stick, start from a standing position, upper right corner to run. So I want to just try that now. Oh! You are the man, my man. You are the man, my main man. Taught me how to run, so then I should be able to get through. I won't have to fight as many people if I can run up to them. I believe, because I read the Atari magazine, so I have to be standing still. Yeah, wow. Yeah, in the Atari magazine, they mentioned how during this part you could fight less people if you ran. Hell yeah, Bailey won women's championship stuff. Championship, very cool. So I should be able. Now I can't be running when I meet them, or else I'll get knocked out, right? Okay. Hey, my man. Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio match was great. It was one of Eddie's last matches. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero was a huge loss. I remember watching him in his WCW days when he fought. He did fight Rey Mysterio quite a bit. I remember him fighting Dean Malenko a lot. The man of 1,000 holds, but of course Chris Jericho was a man of 1,001 holds, meaning that he was superior. One hit will kill you when you're running. Right. Hwa-ya, hwa-ya. I feel the urge to like make karate sounds when I'm doing this. I'd probably be annoying to you guys when I'm sitting here going hwa-ya, hwa, 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 hwa. But I'm sure I'd do better in the game if I did that. Hua, hua, hua. Oh, your kung fu is not as strong as mine. Or karate. Karate, I'm not kung fu. I'm as I like to say, a karateka. I've been told that is wrong many a time, but... So will they stop coming out when I get to the gate? I hope. Hua, 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 hua. Seems like the kicks are the way to go. I've tried punches several times and they don't have the reach, it would appear. Plus, if I could kick in the head, I'd rather kick somebody in the head, I think. Or in the crotch. Crotch kicks work too. Okay. Go, 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 go. Oh, man. Oh, I thought for sure I was going to get knocked out. And I hit the mic. Thanks again, guys, for joining us on the stream. If you have any games that you want to see tested on the 400 Mini after I die next time, we'll move on to another ROM. If there's any ROMs you want to see tested, leave it in the comments. A game, maybe if you haven't purchased this yet and you're on the fence and you want to know if your favorite game or the game you're most interested in runs, now is the time. We will test it. Otherwise, I'll test random ROMs I have ready. Of course, I might not have the best games ready to go. All right. This is so much better than the 7800, guys. I cannot stress enough how much better this is. Like, it still doesn't look incredible, I don't think. But it plays, like, so much better. Although, it's like my controls just went away, though. Oh, that's because I'm not holding the button, dummy. Ah, what a dummy. Look at this guy's head, too. It looks like he's wearing a tissue box on his head, don't it? Or like a Amazon, like some sort of white box, like maybe he's got some sort of mask on. I don't know. It's very odd to me. Very, very odd. So yeah, again, if there's any ROMs you want to see, please drop them in the comments. Otherwise, we'll try something else. Right now we're playing Karateka. Very, very cool game. Seems to work incredibly well. I am not using the stock joystick. Yeah, absolutely, Ramey. He says the main event is next. It's Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. I hope Cody wins. I've always loved the Rhodes family. Ever since the Hard Times promo, Daddy. What do you know about Hard Times? Hard Times. So, of course, we want Cody to win. The Atari Network is in full support. Look at that guy's headgear. Now, that is some expensive orthodontics on that guy's head. I know because I have a daughter who requires orthodontics. And that guy has a good couple $1,000s going there. But he's going to have great... Fuck. Or shoot. No, this is a family. I'm sorry. Shoot. The bird got me. Man. Surprised me. That's the only reason why I let out such an obscenity. Yeah, Cody is going to win. The Atari Network fully supports Cody Rhodes and the whole Rhodes family. So that is Karateka. Yeah, there you go. One of the old school nurse hats. I agree, Celeste. Something you would see way back then. Kung Fu Master is a game I love on the 7800. Eagle. Yeah, I didn't see it coming. Never see the bird coming. So let's see if Kung Fu Master were... Oh, this isn't the Kung Fu Master I was thinking of. What the hell is this? I think I downloaded the wrong ROM. The hell is this? Or what is this? This is not Kung Fu Master. This is okay. We're not gonna play that game. Okay. That particular version of Kung Fu Master works, I guess. We got Golf, Gorgon, Go-Karts, Ghost Hunter. Several games I've downloaded here. Joust, Jinx. I was curious because I don't think Jinx ever came out for the computer. If I was correct in my assumption. So wait, is it? Maybe it's Karate Champ I'm thinking of. Maybe I picked the wrong ROM. Wait a moment. The hell is this? What is this? Is this a game? Oh, he's all hyped up on sugar. Look at him punch. Oh my god. So, I don't... Okay. Alright. So there's maybe Karate Master's the game I'm thinking of. Okay, that immediately didn't work. Raimi wants to see, now how do you pronounce this? Gyrus? Gyrus? I don't know, look at those graphics, Hugo. So let's try that game. My dog is now trying to tempt me with his ball. So I apologize if a big... I know, Hugo, right. Like, I was... Hugo's right. It was like I was in the game. Like, all I needed was like a VR headset for that game, and it would have been like the real deal. I have a feeling some of these ROMs, I need to find better versions of them. I mean, was that a legit? Because I could understand early games, but to me that just seems a little suspect. Now this looks almost exactly like the 5200 version. Am I mistaken? If I'm not mistaken, this almost looks exactly like the 5200 version of this game. No, not exactly. I'm sorry, but the controls are really weird, though. Can you guys hear the sound off the console? Chris, is that something that you're not hearing? Or anybody? Because you guys should be able to hear the sound off the console. If you can't, I'll try to correct that. Correct it? Whatever, I'll fix it. Pine Baron Patriot, good to see you here, bud. Man, all this stuff was available and cheap at the flea markets just 16, 17 years ago, if I could go back. Yeah, it you know, there's a lot of cool stuff you could have got for cheap back then. So negative, no sound. Okay. It's low, but I can hear it. Let me turn up the sound for you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't realize... yeah, you should have been able to hear it this whole time. Okay. Is that any better? I just realized I can't hear the audio on my end either. Hold on. Okay. Okay, is that better? Okay, it looks like you guys can hear it better now. Yeah, I couldn't hear it on my end either. I'm sorry. You guys should have been able to hear it this whole time. That was my fault. So we got 2 orcs to Neptune here. I think I just died. The only thing is the controls feel really weird. But I think it's mimicking like a full rotation here. Now it's making sense. Because basically I use left and right to move when I'm on the bottom of the screen. And then once I hit the side here, I have to press up and down to move. But then, like, if I wrap my hand around it, then it kind of works sort of how one would expect. Drop zone. Okay, we can try drop zone if you want to see how it looks and works. I don't think I have that one loaded and ready to go, but we can download it and try it. So I think the audio is pretty cool, actually. I'm really digging this audio. Tough game though. With the way the controls is, it's kind of hard. Like if I get into a shot right when I'm at the transition of the screen, again, since left and right works on the bottom and up and down, it makes it hard to evade some of these shots. All right, Ramey, thanks for spending some time with us. I hope your man wins. Let me know who wins the main event, buddy. Can use a paddle, yeah, probably. And thanks, Papa Brad's Gaming. I appreciate the support, that you've been enjoying the content. I want to, here, let me back out for a second here. I want to see if we can get Drop Zone for you going here. I don't think I have it ready to go, but we can easily download it. Actually, I have it downloaded already, so let me drag and drop. I think I have it downloaded. So Drop Zone has just been recommended, and we're going to try that out. Let's see here. Drop it. Oops. Drop Zone. Here we go. Drop Zone. So we'll back out of the media stick here. I'm going to pull it out of the console. Actually, I want to there we go. That way when I pull the stick out, no file is being accessed there. Shoot, and I just realized all my USB ports are taken up. Give me 1 second here. I think you guys should be able to hear me now. Let me see here. Yep. Okay. So let me pop this bad boy back in. Let me try it in the front USB. Okay. There we go. And now we should be able to try out Drop Zone for our good friend Papa Brad's Gaming. Very cool. What kind? You cover everything gaming, Papa Brad, or? Yep, we have. We'll have Hero. I just put that on because I seen you recommend it, Hugo. And we also have Donkey Kong good to go. So let's do Drop Zone first. There we go. Okay, is it a 400? I guess you could play at 800. It's defaulted to. So let's try it in 800 mode. Here's Drop Zone. Okay. Oh! Oh, I've played this before. Not well, probably, but I've played this before. Very cool. Arcade, retro gaming, all very cool stuff. Yeah, I've played this before somewhere. I'll check out your channel there, Papa Brad. It seems to play really great. It's really... It could go really fast. I'm trying not to. It could go probably a little bit faster than what I'm showing. Yeah, it's a very cool game. It's a good recommendation. My rank... I'm so bad, my rank is not listed. They recommend practice. That's pretty good. I've never been so insulted by a game. You were so bad, I'm not even going to rank how bad you were. I assume them little spiky things I'm not supposed to be blowing up. Those are probably like my civilians, right? It's hard to line up my shot, actually. Yeah, Defender. Absolutely like Defender. Yeah, this is incredibly hard, Brad. You really like to dole out the pain, don't you? I mean, very cool game, though. Oh. Wow. Again, he was confetti and... That's right, Celeste. He was confetti inside a spacesuit the whole time. Ah! Oops. This is hard. This is really hard. If you guys put those blue things in the base, okay? Oh! My man. Oh my god. Right, okay. It's so hard to line up your shots, though. Don't you whistle at me. Oh my god. That thing comes out of nowhere, and it is so ridiculously fast. Alright, one more try. Let's try this one more time. Oh, come on. I gotta get my little blue things in. Oh, man. I had a little blue thing up my butt, too. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Oh, man. I was looking at the chat. Successful ROM test. Okay. Got that guy. I want to beat this first level. That's all I want to do. If I could do that, I could go to... There we go. I can go to bed happy tonight. You just discovered this game. I've played this before. Maybe not like this exact version, but I played something similar to it. Dreadnought Factor. Yeah, if we can look at that. Still not listed. Practice recommended. Very cool game, Papa Brad. It works fantastic as far as I can tell. Um, awesome game. Drelbs is another cool one I discovered, but let's try Hero. I didn't well, you know, I discovered it and since I played it. Let's try Hero here. Great recommendation by Hugo. Designed by John Van Ryzen, the very popular and dedicated by the Softworks. I know the Softworks. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Let's go back into it. Here we go. Oops. Yeah, it was a cool version of Defender. Shameless or not, I really enjoyed it, Mark Collin. Is it better than regular 8-bit Defender? As far as like 8-bit for the computer, I don't know. I'd have to play the 8-bit version of Defender. I've never played that. For those that don't know, I'm new to the Atari 8-bit computer line. I'd say it's very comparable to other versions of Defender I played. A lot more difficult because you're a larger target, and your shots are, in comparison, so much smaller. This version of Hero seems to work good on the emulator here. My only critique right now is you have to press down to lay dynamite, and so you accidentally lay it when you're trying to do other stuff. But that's probably more of a keybind thing. 8-bit Defender is very good. I'll have to download that ROM and try it too if we don't get any more recommendations or people wanting to know. But this plays pretty good. I'm sucking pretty bad, but it plays really good. It plays very much like the Defender I know and love. I love the 5200 version of Defender, and not that it's superior to 2600 in many ways, outside of the obvious graphical fidelity. But I don't know. For some reason, when I think Defender, when I think Hero, I always think 5200, and I think this version's along those lines. I'd like to maybe do a keybind where I map down to another button as well, so I don't know how I would do that actually, because if I need to move down, I don't know, I'd have to figure out how to best do this. But it plays wonderfully. This is the it must be the 400, or maybe this is running in 400 or 800 mode. That I don't know what mode it's currently in. But yeah, this is not the 5200 version. This is the Atari 8-bit version, I believe. But it plays wonderfully. Works great. My ROM is giving me unlimited lives in Hero for some reason. You must have the, you have the good version, I guess. The version I need. These layouts are very familiar. These are the ones you would expect to find in other versions of Hero, because I recognize these patterns and the layouts and stuff. So if you're familiar with Hero already, you should be able to jump right into this. Crypto, you're my hero. Crypto and Mark Collin. Oops. See, that's why I want to rebind that dynamite somehow. It plays great. See, I couldn't remember. I'm not a master of Hero by any means. Yeah, and that way it just turns off the light. I remember that now. I do that like every stinking time. Yep. Plays really good. You cannot see some of the screens. Really, like they're not showing up on the stream. Hey, Obsidian, good to see you. Hey, Dad72. Dad's here, everybody. My dad and yours, Dad72. Welcome. So yeah, Hero works pretty good, Hugo. That was a good recommendation. We also had somebody recommend Donkey Kong. So let's check that one out. Which button was it? There we go. So here we go. We got Donkey Kong loaded. By Nintendo. Press select for 2-player games. Press start to play. Okay. This is a ton better than the 2600 version. Infinitely better than the 2600 version. Very playable. Oh, I got you, Papa Brad. Yeah, it's part of the game. It's when you hit those lights, it knocked the lights out in Hero. It's always a pain for me, because I have a hard time seeing anyway. Once it gets dark, it's pretty difficult for me. So, the jumps don't feel quite right, but I think that's just a ROM thing, as in, it don't feel like how I expect Mario to feel. Hey, thank you, Papa Brad's Gaming, for the $5 super chat. Incredibly generous of you. Again, always appreciated, never expected. Thank you so much for the support. Means a ton. Thank you. And I'm glad we could play some... I'm glad you introduced me to Dropout, too. That was a really fun game. There we go. So this version of Donkey Kong is really cool. Here. I think our best bet's to go over here. That was a dangerous move, but we pulled it off. I can see the screens that start when you knock the lights out. Like in Artie. Yeah, Artie is a fantastic Atari 7800 homebrew version done by Muddy Funster of Hero. If you're not familiar with that, it's available over at Atari Age for pre-order. Oops. So yeah, check that one out. Yeah, this is a pretty good version of Donkey Kong. I would have loved this back in the day. Mark Collin had a 400 as a teenager. Oh, wait, I remember now. I could heart your super chat. I just remembered I could do that. And of course, I want to heart Brad's, Papa Brad's Gaming super chat. I had a 400 as a teenager with my first computer. Absolutely classic in my opinion. I've not gotten the 400 Mini yet. Ooh. But it seems like a more pure experience than emulation on Raspberry Pi, which is what I use. Yeah, it's very cool. It's what I like, and again, we'll back out here to show it. So what's been extremely helpful is the ease of use in the sense that you can go into each ROM and change which version of the Atari computer that you're running it under, including the 5200, the 130XE, 800, 400, 800 XL. You can also change the joysticks. I haven't showed it very well because on my Logitech thing that I'm using here, I'm not sure which button is which yet, but you can map keyboard functions to your controller. So it makes things like hitting any key, or if you have to hit spacebar along with using a gamepad and stuff, or if it was even a what do you want to say, keyboard only game, but you want to use a controller, you could do the movements to the controller and the function and stuff. This has all 4 levels. I want to see the other 2 levels real fast. If I can, we'll give it another go here. If not, we'll leave it alone. I mean, Mario is very nimble in this version. He can run back and forth, which he can't always do in a lot of the versions. But overall, a great version. Because am I mistaken in thinking that this was the version of Mario? So far, the ROM compatibility has been great. My ability to find every ROM, like I wanted to do Kung Fu or Karate Champ, I think. And I don't know if that was the version of Karate Champ that we wanted or not. But, well, I am playing poorly. So you didn't miss a whole lot, Dad72, but things have worked pretty well, all things considered. We're going to try it one more time, because that was a poor attempt there. I want to see all the other levels, if I can. Because it's to my understanding that all 4 levels are in this version, and not many, if any, versions could say that back in the day. Also, if you're here, if you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button if you don't mind. It helps out a ton. And yeah, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, wow. We might not see more. How did I beat this so easily the first time? I didn't have a problem. Because I'm not using the hammer, that's why. There we go. I was going to say, nothing bad could happen there. So, Donkey Kong works really good. I wish, I do want to move on to a few others. Maybe we'll come back to it here in a little bit. But good recommendation there, too. I want to try Donkey Kong Jr. really quick. I mean, I would assume it works as well. Looks infinite. It looks a lot. Really good, I guess I should say. Yeah, this looks really good as well. Really good, actually. I'm surprised how good this looks. Like, not arcade perfect or anything, obviously, but it looks good. Oops. It's, it feels a little... It's hard probably to describe. It feels a little fast and slow at the same time. Like, going up the vines isn't as fast as I expect, but everything else seems to go, like, a lot faster. But this plays pretty good, too. All things considered. Any notable games that the colors are a bit off? They could be a bit off. Yeah, if you guys are familiar with the original versions of these games, and there's anything off like the colors, please leave a comment, as I'm not familiar with all these. And if it's off in multiple games, that'd be a good thing to note too, because again, those are the kind of things, with me not being familiar with the Atari 8-bits, that I just can't point out because I don't have the experience with the computers. So yeah, if colors are off, please let us know. But no, notable incompatibilities. Not really, no. Nothing yet. But, you know, if you guys want to see a certain game or you're curious, because there could be incompatibilities out there. We just haven't discovered any. Alright, let's... Oh, right on the buttock. Oh, that's it? Oh, I guess I died a lot in the beginning. How about Donkey Kong for the next Man vs. 7800? We could do that. Yeah, absolutely. I have Ninja Golf scheduled next. But here's the thing, with Donkey Kong, we could kind of add that in too, especially if we get done with the game early. So yeah, Jeremiah, Donkey Kong, or we could definitely dedicate the whole next one after that, or anything like that. Obsidian, are the 7800 versions of DK and DK Jr. better than these? Obsidian, do you have a comment on that? Because I'll tell you that, in my opinion, Ooh, got him. I don't know if you could hit him there on this or not, because I know in other versions you can. The 7800 version of Donkey Kong looks better, I think, but it also came out much later. You gotta remember that too. Like the 7800 version of Donkey Kong came out, you know, NES era, where these were all much earlier games. So, but I'll tell you this: these sound a lot better. Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. on the 7800 notoriously have awful sound. So, Donkey Kong only has 3 levels, but pretty good. DK Jr. seems better on 7800. I would mostly agree with what Obsidian says. Also, again, we said it once before. Shoot, that's it for that. Please leave a like if you're watching, you're enjoying this. If there's any other ROMs you guys want to see, please leave them down below. There are a few of these I had tried before. For whatever reason, David's Midnight Magic did not have color. I wonder if that's a ROM thing. Let me see if I have a different ROM on the computer here. Because that was one, I remember seeing it in the commercial and wanting that to be the 2600 version. I do have another ROM, but it says David's Midnight Magic 2. Dad72, I enjoyed your take on Atari cards. Yeah, we put out that video this morning. It did just come out. I hate the reverse steering too. Yeah, it was confusing the way they did that to me. If you haven't seen that video, please go ahead and watch it after this. Obsidian, the sound is crap on the 7800. That's very true. I do have another ROM of David's Midnight Magic, but it says David's Midnight Magic 2. Was there a sequel? I don't know. Jeremiah, Mario Brothers on the 7800 is superior. Donkey Kong would go to the 8-bit. Donkey Kong Jr. might be a tie. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I downloaded Frogger too because I enjoy Frogger as a game. And it mostly seems to work pretty good on here. I don't know, again, about the version or ROMs or anything like that. So I assume, since it's running an 800 mode by default, that this is either an 800 or a 400. But it plays very good, and I always enjoy a good game of Frogger. So I wanted to download this. It looks pretty good too, really. I mean, again, if this is if this is a Atari 400, I mean, this would have been incredible for the time. So in case anybody was curious about Frogger, which probably not many, everybody probably knew it worked. But you know, I like Frogger, so I thought I'd try it. I also have some other games. I started talking about this a little bit ago. So I wanted to get some different file types. So these ones with the folder icon next to them, and here, I can't see my own stream, so I want to make sure it's coming up. There we go. The one with the file type, now those are disc-based games, and they have 2 sides. So for Fight Night, I haven't been able to get double-sided or double disc games working yet, but I think they should, if I remember reading correctly. If I remember reading it right, I thought there was a way to get 2-sided disc working, or double disc working, but I think you have to do something. I don't remember. Let's see if we can figure this out. So this is Fight Night, again, another game I'm familiar with on the 7800. But I don't know, it's a 2-disc game, so you have to be able to swap the discs at certain points. So it seems like this first disc is like strictly the menu, or maybe there's certain components on here. But like I wanted to do main event mode, and it says flip to play side, press fire button. And that's about as far as I make it, because I don't know. Like, I honest to God, I don't know how to do that. But I thought there was a way to do that. So maybe somebody can clarify that. I don't know. Because I thought too. So right now, technically, it's still open up in the corner there. I thought maybe I could like load. I don't know. Rewind gameplay. Show virtual keyboard as home and menu. Swap floppy disk. There you go. So home, and it'd be down button on the ring. So yeah. Just grab the cartridge version of Fight Night. Well, yeah, that would definitely be an easier way to do that, Jeremiah. Is there a cartridge version? Let me see. Or let me see if I download. I'm sure there is. Let me see if I downloaded it. Because I just downloaded a massive ROM pack. These games. So Fight Night. We got Firefighter, Fire Chief, Firebug. Firebird, Fire Fleet, Firefox. So I'm down too far. I need Fighter, Fighter Pilot, Fight. So I'll have to download that because it doesn't look like I have Final Fight. But there is a way to change the disc. So we just saw that in the help on the handy help menu here. Down on the disc, and again, I don't know if I know how to do that off the top of my head. Let me see. So we can go back to the ROM. Oops, how do I get back to the ROM? Okay, so we hit the menu button. So that brought up the keyboard. That's what I haven't been able to figure out is what is down. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But disc games do work, and you can flip them over. I wish I would have. I don't have it handy here. I put it up. I wish I had the original joystick that the thing came with. That would have been smart to keep that handy. But we at the Atari Network don't do things smart. We like to make things difficult. Difficult as can be. The 400 was genuinely ahead of its time with these arcade games. Better than the Commodore 64. I feel like a 14-year-old again debating this with my friends. I agree. These are some impressive games. Very impressive. So I was trying to figure this thing out. This seems like a really cool puzzle game to me, where you kind of like deflect light around and stuff. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this, but I thought it was something else, and I downloaded it, and it's pretty cool. I'm not sure what your main objective is. It looks like to just kind of blow up these rocks and stuff, but very cool stuff. Very cool. Works good. Works great. So there's that. Of course, I had to download Demon Attack. I was hoping this was the version with the cool bosses at the end, but very much isn't, I guess. So that was a letdown. So we hit any key there. Oops. We hit any key. So here's Desert Falcon. Now this, along with the 7800 and 2600 version came out at the same time. Desert Falcon was a game I really liked on the 7800. and they brought it out 3 different times. And again, like we mentioned earlier, Rescue on Fractalus. That is a game I have not tested, and we will test it right now. Good recommendation. I completely forgot about Rescue on Fractalus. But Desert Falcon is a game that, you know, I loved the 7800 version. I wasn't thrilled with the 2600 version. I actually just played that for the first time a few weeks ago. And I have to say I'm not thrilled with this version either. And stuff like that kind of makes me wish Atari, if we could add all this stuff out on one console, one dedicated Atari console, I think it would have been cool. Oh, thank you, Celeste, for the $5 donation. Very kind of you. Very much appreciated. Never expected. Always appreciated. Thanks again, guys, to everybody that donated. Brad and Jeremiah, I believe, was the very first one. All you guys, incredibly generous. Thank you so much. And Celeste, thank you so much. I appreciate it for your continued support with the Atari Network. And again, never expected, but if you would hit the like button, that would help the channel and the video immensely. So, Desert Falcon works pretty good here. Archon. Oh, Archon we need to try. 3 candy canes is warp, I think. Archon was awesome, yeah. Let's look at Rescue on Fractalus here. I don't think we've even gone down to anything below DRs yet. So we have Rescue on Fractalus. Oops, that's Rampage. It's in 800 mode. I don't think it'll run in 800, will it? Oh, it does. Very cool. Thanks again, Celeste. Let me put a heart next to your donation there. Will the 400 mini play 2600 and 7800 ROMs too? It's not necessary, but just curious. Dad, I was told it will not play those ROMs. It plays 5200, Atari XEGS, XE, 400, 800, and 800 XL ROMs, but it does not play the 7800 or 2600. It would have been really cool if it did. It would have been probably the ultimate mini console. And at 2600, they probably could have easily pulled off. So here we are in Rescue on Fractalus. Now I'm curious, how good does this game work on a one-button joystick? Because am I mistaken? But you have to be able to land, open your hatch, all kinds of stuff. Am I correct? I played this on the 5200 recently. So I'm not sure how I would perform these other functions. But as far as just a very, very quick and dirty run here, I just killed that pilot. Trying to see if I could, I didn't mean to, but hey, you know, better for him to die by my hand than to be cold and alone on this foreign planet. It looks really good. It controls really well. I'm pushing left and right to see how responsive it is, and it seems to run beautifully on here. Again, I just wish I knew how to perform other functions. I think if I hit this button, it would just reset. No? Okay. Yeah, I'd have to, let me see here. Oops, hit the wrong button. Trying to do other stuff. So there's a pilot. So let me see if I can go actually save this guy. See which button lands. That's I'm coming, buddy. As soon as I figure out how to pilot my ship. Don't worry, I'm coming. I'm coming. Oops, and I backed out again. Trying to open the keyboard. I'm gonna do another pass, friend, okay? that seemed to do something. Did it tell me what it's doing, though? So, it does work great. Maybe L. Okay. Ah! Look at that big head on Alpha Timberwolf. The big brain on him. And then, systems on. So would L put me back in the air? Oh. Okay, we turned our systems off. Pilot's too far away, so let's turn them back on. Oops. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to shoot at you. I think he's shooting at us. No. S is for systems off, right. But the pilots are too far away, so I have to take back off here. So what would that be? Any idea? Pulp Fiction reference, right? It does work great, guys. It does. I would recommend no mothership. Okay, so B does that. So what about A then? A does something. Oh wait. That was systems off. A does something. If you want to try a shooter, how about Thunder Fox? We could try Thunder Fox. Yeah, this works good, guys. I see. What I've forgotten how to do in just a short period of a few days is how to keybind your keyboard stuff to the controller, which is what you would probably have to do to get Fractalus working really good here. Let's go ahead and back out of this, and let's look up. I thought there was one other game. Archon was recommended. Let's look at Archon. So I did download Archon. A free fall game. Okay. Press any key. Valkyrie, Banshee, Golem, Troll, Unicorn, Basilisk, Djinn, Dragon, Phoenix, Shapeshifter, Wizard, Sorceress. Very cool stuff to start. Option, 2-player. Select light first. Press start when ready. So option. So we want dark first. Computer light, computer dark, 2-player. So, computer dark. Okay, so you have moved your limit. Okay, I don't want to move him. Okay, well, we'll move him forward. Okay. 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 Oh, wow. Hey. Dogs are entering combat. Yeah, this seems a lot crazier than chess, Andy Two More. Very cool game. I'm sucking terribly at it, but and I'm sure I will lose my sorcerer now. I assume is my king, or either that or the Phoenix was. Okay, let me see how the archer works. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get away from me! I'm a weak archer. Okay. This isn't legal chess. Obsidian contraption. No, yeah, these don't seem to be legal chess moves at all. Nevertheless. I love the lasers coming out of the guy. Obviously, I'm sucking terribly, but this is a very cool game. Reason for going to work tired for Monday morning. ROM testing with the Atari Network for the 400 Mini. Yeah, sorry, Joel. I wanted to do this a little earlier, but we had a pretty cool day with the family lined up and stuff. And I ain't gonna stay up too late doing this because I too have to go to work in the morning. But yeah, this is incredibly fun. I do agree. I'm enjoying this a lot. Ooh, I got him. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. You have a wizard. Dark has a sorceress. Right, that's your king and queen, I assume. Or I would hope. So, like, I could go up here. Okay. So who am I fighting now? Oh, wow. Wow, that was pretty quick. Sorceress conjures a spell in prison. It is done. Wait, what? How do I conjure a spell? Select a spell. Teleport. Teleport. Which icon will you teleport? Icon? Oh, like my guy? Him. Where will you teleport it? To him. Wow. Yeah, this is really cool, Joel. I agree. I have never played anything like this. Very cool. Very cool. I'm going to have to look into it some more so I can play it much better. Because this is really awesome. Wow, and a revive spell. I wish... Man, I really have to look into this because I'm seeing this stuff that can be done, and it's incredible. It's almost like it takes chess, which is already a really complex game, and it adds a layer of gaming elements, like not even video game elements, but like gaming in general elements of revivals, spell slots, and stuff, and adds it to it, making something incredibly strategic and in-depth. I really like that. That was a good recommendation. It works good. I'm sure there's other functions that I'm not performing adequately, but that was a good recommendation there. Absolutely. And then I think we had a recommendation for Thunder Fox. Let's see here. Thunder Fox. I'm gonna have to download Thunder Fox. Let me see, or I might have it in that ROM pack. So let's take a look at that. I do. Mark Collins said they made Archon for a bunch of systems, but the 400 was the first. I do remember reading about it in a magazine a long time ago. I don't know why. I just wasn't. I wasn't intrigued by it, but I wish I would have tried it. Here I found Thunder Fox, so let's try to load this up here. I'm gonna unplug the mic because again all my USB slots are taken, so give me a second here. back, and we're back, and hopefully you guys can hear me now. So let's plug this bad boy back in. There we go. And now we should have Thunder Fox right here. Back to the chat. Atari grabbed the rights to Archon and released the Blue Box XE version too. Okay, so there's another version of Archon that we could possibly download. Mark Collin, games like this put EA on the map. Yeah, absolutely. EA used to be an incredible company. Wow, that's a little... okay, hold on. I think... There we go. Okay. Jeremiah Thomas, as a 7800 owner, did you ever wish you had an XE at the same time? Back then, no. But I didn't know about the XE. So when I had the 7800, I was very young. I loved video games, but I wasn't very, I didn't know a lot of what was going on out there. Had I known about the XE, I'm sure I would have wanted it. I wanted everything video games back then. I mean, I was a gaming kid. I wanted to know computers too. I always had a desire, but our family was never one that had a use for a computer. My dad worked with cars in the automotive industry. My mom worked in retail. We didn't really have a need for a computer, and we didn't get one, for a very long time. EA gave their programmers creative control. That was their legacy. EA did a lot of really cool stuff back in the day. They put out a lot of really cool games, and yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh. Oops. I didn't know there's some really unique sound effects going on here. I don't know if I like them, but it's very unique and cool. And then, man. Okay, so they're like right on my butt. I had a 7800 NES. Every time I saw XE stuff at Toys R Us, I wanted one. Yeah, I don't remember seeing any XE stuff. That's the thing, like, because I do vaguely remember seeing Atari stuff. Man, I'll tell you that this audio is really cool, but some of the tones they're using is killing my ears. Maybe it's just me, but it's unique sound effects to be sure. Like that pitch right there going through my headphones is like ear piercing. I don't remember ever seeing, because I do remember the red box stuff. I remember obviously the 7800 stuff. I don't remember ever seeing any XE stuff. But maybe I was just ignorant to it. Again, I was young. Why am I crashing? I mean, this is a really cool premise for a game. I'm digging this. Okay, I took out that wave finally. This is a really cool game. I really do like this. Andy Two Horses Tech. Yeah, this is a very cool game. I really do like this. This is a cool recommendation. I was sort of getting the hang. I gotta turn that off though. I like that. It was kind of hurting my ears with these headphones. After the 400, I got the 130XE. I had a great time with that one too. The 130XE looks a lot more capable. Like, it looked like a big step up from the earlier 8-bits. I was already in college when the NES came out, so never got one. Jeremiah, wasn't the NES superior to the XE for arcade games? Or ME? XE, I think you meant. I don't know what you meant. I never assumed is what I was taught. I also I had somebody say Dreadnought Factor. I did download that too. I thought I did. Maybe it was under T for the Dreadnought Factor. This might be the last one we test for the night. I know I downloaded Dreadnought Factor. Am I just dumb and I'm not looking in the right categories? Dreadnought. Huh. I thought I downloaded it. Yeah. That's why I like Defender left and right. We might call it there, guys. I do gotta get up early in the morning. We're going on 2 hours of the stream. I'll see if there's one more we can do really quick, maybe. Drelbs. If you haven't played Drelbs, this game was just ported to the 7800 by a really talented new programmer off of the Atari IO forums. Yeah, I thought I had it downloaded and ready to go. I apologize, Jeremiah. That was going to be the 5200 game we tried, but this game, so basically you got to make these little squares here, and then once you do, you I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain, but so basically you're making all these different squares, and it's just a really unique idea for a game. I'll give it that. Like, I never seen anything like it before. But these squares will eventually turn into like like faces and stuff. And then that guy, he like opens them back up, so you kind of want to avoid him. And I thought this was just a really cool game. Somebody had just done a 7800 version and put the ROM out on Atari IO, I believe. It's also available on Atari Age. He put it out over there too. It was on Atari IO first. It's always great when Justin gets something like that as an exclusive, because Justin works very hard. He's very very much active in the Atari community. If you haven't followed him, if you're on Instagram or anything like that, he has an account which I think is just Atari Games is the name of the Instagram account. But it's got a lot of cool stuff, like pictures of really rare Atari consoles and peripherals and stuff. So yeah, give him a follow on Instagram if you're on there. If you're not on there, I don't blame you. I wouldn't be either, except that I kind of have to be to protect my brand. I didn't want anybody else to make like accounts and stuff of the Atari Network. But yeah, if you are on there, I think that's one of the cooler accounts you can follow. He said, "I think I played this with paper and pencil," said Andy Two-More. Yeah, it's a very simple game, but it's pretty cool. It's actually more addictive than you might think, and it's a cool Atari 400 game. So if you've never played something like this before, give it a try. There's a lot of cool elements to it. Like, we just went into a bonus world where you had to follow or rescue other Drelbs. There's also ones where you gotta kiss a princess and stuff. It's kind of a almost like a fever dream of a game at certain points. So very cool stuff here. And like I said, there's now a 7800 version available out there to play if you get the ROM. So there's that. Again, thanks for coming on the stream, guys. I hope I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, enjoyed yourself. We did test quite a few games out. it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out with me, even though WrestleMania was on. I'm sorry I interrupted or went up against Vince McMahon. I don't want to be destroyed like WCW was. But Vince McMahon's not in charge anymore, I don't think. So maybe I have nothing to fear. I think Triple H is now in charge of that. But anyway, guys, if you would, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell. Drelbs has, I think, 2 other streams. Thanks, Papa Brad's Gaming, for being here. Thanks, OG Hugo. Jeremiah, thank you for all the suggestions, everybody. Andy Tumor, Mark Collins, Celeste, everybody that left super chats, greatly appreciated. Make sure that you follow us on all our social media stuff. You guys are just awesome. Remember to stay classy. Get to bed, Joel. You gotta work in the morning, man. Don't use me as an excuse to lose your job. And maybe we can do this again sometime soon. Join me on the next stream. It'll be Man vs. 7800 on the weekend. It's like Saturday morning cartoons, but it's a fat man playing Atari games early in the morning. All right, guys, you've been awesome. This has been so much fun. Toe Muncher, you're here. You came too late. I'm wrapping up. But thanks for popping in, Toe Muncher. Watch the replay if you want. Good to see you. But again, thanks a lot, guys. Remember to stay classy, and I'll